Some managers delegate so effectively that sometimes even they don't know who is actually supposed to do the task. By the time the deadline comes, the whole team is staring at each other like, wait, weren't you supposed to do this task? If not, who then? Meanwhile, the managers proudly updating their statuses. Leadership is all about delegation. Welcome back to my channel. This is Victoria, and today we are talking about delegation. Many leaders and business owners struggle with delegation, either doing too much by themselves, well, because nobody can do as well as I can, or assigning tasks inefficiently. By the end of this video, you will understand the common troubles leaders face, how to overcome them, how to delegate wisely to empower the team and achieve the best results. I approach delegation from different angles because of my diverse experience. My master's degree in psychology helps me understand the emotional and subconscious aspects of delegation, why it's failing or succeeding. Leading IT projects and teams has given me the hands-on experience with delegation in complex environments. And as a line manager of 20 people, I faced real-life challenges of distributing the work, balancing the workload, and empowering the team to achieve success for the whole project. So in this episode, we will explore both the business and psychological sides of delegation. Let's start with the definition. Delegation is a process of assigning responsibility for a specific task or decision to another person, usually subordinate, while maintaining accountability for the outcome. It's important to remember that delegation is not about the offloading the unwanted work. It's a strategic task distribution to improve efficiency, to develop the team by giving people inside the team more and more challenging tasks, and for overall business success. Let's talk about common delegation problems and how to solve them. Many managers and CEOs struggle with delegation, and from my personal managerial experience and by consulting other leaders, I created the list of most common problems with delegation and how to solve them. Let's start. Number 1, subconscious fears and negative associations with delegation. For some people, the difficulty with delegation are not on the surface, not about the lack of skills for delegation. It runs much deeper on the subconscious level and probably tied to the childhood experience. This is how it could be. So possible negative childhood scenarios. The older sibling experience. If you are the oldest child and you manage to delegate some tasks, for example, collection of toys to your younger siblings, it could be that they did it not that well, like young children, and then you disappointed in the idea of delegation. So it's better that I do it myself. Even worse scenario, if parents would discover that you delegated those tasks to collect toys and would punish you for that, or somehow reacted negatively, then that would definitely bring the negative aspect to the idea of delegation. So if I delegate something, I will be punished, it will be not done, it's not effective, it's negative, I will grow up and never ever will do it again. The opposite example, if you are the youngest or younger child and your older brother or sister would delegate something to you, or maybe independently on are you younger or older child, maybe you're the only one child, then parents could delegate something to you, something not interesting, unwanted, for example, to wash dishes, and you felt like the delegation, like this is the abuse of power and somehow slavery or whatsoever. And you made the idea and decision that I will grow up and I will not delegate to others because it's bad. I don't want to offend them because it felt like this for you as a child. I don't want to offend others. I will not delegate. I will do everything myself. Sometimes a single but emotionally intense event was enough to, and probably you remember that event till now, was enough to give you this traumatic experience that you were punished to delegate, or you felt that this is so unfair to receive this task while others are free and I'm doing this, that you made this decision to not delegate again. Or alternatively, it could happen repeatedly And then day by day, you were stronger and stronger in that idea that I will grow up and never delegate because it's bad, for this or that reason. Did you have such an experience in your childhood? And if you have kids, how do you handle these situations? Share in the comments below. So now about solutions, how to overcome these subconscious fears. First of all, it is important to recognize and reframe your beliefs. So what exactly happened in childhood, what was rational from that, and which decisions which you made then, back when you were, I don't know, 7 or 5 or whatever years old, which of those decisions are correct and which of them should be actually changed, because you made them very early when the logic and the brain was not developed yet. And therefore, you made the decisions based on those feelings and assumptions. And now they may be not relevant anymore. And the second idea is to separate your childhood experience from the professional environment. So what happened in the childhood and the dynamic of the family is very different from the dynamic of your work, dynamic of the team and project structure and corporate culture. And delegation back then and delegation here, with the clear roles, responsibilities, and maybe subordination lines, is very, very different now. So it is time to change the approach. The third idea would be based on actually your experience. So if you delegated it to someone in childhood, to your younger sibling, and this didn't work, now it is important to understand that it is very crucial to whom you delegate. So the person to whom you give the task should be reliable. Choose the most reliable person from your team, delegate, and reinforce that experience that it could be successful. The opposite, if you felt that it is unfair to receive some tasks, now think when you receive this or that assignment, how exactly it is helpful for you to grow. What exactly you do by accomplishing this task for yourself and your future career. And if you find the value, why exactly it is actually good for you to have this experience and to do this task, it will give you why, and it will give the sense and remove the feeling that it is unfair, because there is already value for you. Problem number 2, fear of losing control. Leaders often believe that tasks will not be done correctly unless they do them themselves. Solution: start by delegating simple stuff and step by step increase responsibility. So the first thing which you learn on MBA is that we hire people smarter than we are. So if it is the case, and I hope that it is the case, that you hire people that smarter than you are, then trust them, trust your team, and delegate wisely to people and experts, set clear expectations and provide guidance, but please avoid micromanagement. Delegation problem number 3, lack of clear instructions and actually sabotage. Employees receive unclear instructions, leading to misunderstanding and mistakes. A manager once delegated a task via the email. 5 minutes later, he got the reply. Sure thing. 30 minutes later, he got another email. I delegated it to John. 1 hour later, he got another email. John delegated it to Sarah. 3 hours later, he received another email. Sarah is emailing me back asking what exactly should be done. Legends say the task is still being delegated till this day from one employee to another employee, like an ancient relic of inefficiency. The solution here is to use SMART criteria. SMART stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So use this criteria, it will help you identify what should be done and also provide the context and resources to accomplish this task. The problem number 4 is choosing the wrong person to accomplish the task. Assigning tasks to employees who do not have necessary experience or skills. The solution is obvious, we have to find the appropriate person, but sometimes the gap in skills exist, and in this case we have to maybe sacrifice one time or several times the time of experienced person to pair them together with less experienced team member so that they do the task together, and less experienced team member learns from the more experienced one, and then in the end you will receive the team where everyone, or at least more people, can do this level or this specific type of assignments. Problem number 5 is not setting boundaries and authority levels. Employees quite often do not understand which decisions they can make and which level of authority they have. Employees don't know their level of decision-making power. The solution here is to clearly define what they can decide by themselves, which level of authority they have, and at which limits they have to ask for an approval, and also make others know that this person is assigned to this task and has this power. And the problem number 6 is a problem of two extremes. Either there is no follow-up or any feedback at all, or there is a super deep micromanagement. And of course, we have to be somewhere in between of these crazy approaches. So we have to provide the regular check-ins and regular feedback sessions, and we have to answer questions. Yet at the same time, we shouldn't over monitoring and controlling, saying like, show me the draft, show me this, show me that, because it's killing the whole initiative of person and motivation. So we just have to trust, yet still be available to answer all the possible questions. Effective delegation is a game changer. It saves time, increases efficiency, develops your team, and allows you to focus on high-level strategic work. If you want to be a great leader, learn to delegate wisely. If you need support, just contact me by the link below. What is your biggest challenge when it comes to delegation? Let me know in the comments below. Let's discuss it there. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. See you in the next episode of Psychology in Business.